Hello and welcome welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video there has been much debate about how Arthur works, or at least how the Doom's team and the Doom's Reflect synergy works, and what procs Arthur. So today we're going to do some testing. Now we're going to jump into it. And this is the team that I wanted to run. The reason that I wanted to run this team is because... Oh, it's thinking about it. Because none of these units here, they're all Dooms, but none of these units give any buffs when attacked or when on reflect rate. So, let's just have a quick check and make sure. When Halos is deployed and after enemies have taken 3 instances of reflect, the allied team gain 2 defense boost stacks and the limit of defense boost stacks increases to 5 for the allied team. And then when Helios's own damage reduction by 30%, every 1% increase in Helios' reflect rate, blah blah blah. So Helios really doesn't buff when you are being attacked. Now Sylvan doesn't do that either. When Sylvan is deployed, all allies increase reflect rate and all allies recover 5% of own HP after being attacked. So it is on attack, I get it, but it's not like a buff that you can visibly see, like with Halissa, like with Ophelia, like with Merlin and his exclusive runes, like Athena with her exclusive runes, or with Doris either. So I know this team is going to die. It's a very bad team. I don't care. What I'm going to do, just keep going through, and we'll just check. So this is about the Drake magical damage reduction for the back row. Madeline is deployed, Doomsday's increased reflect rate. So this here, this team does not apply attack and HP buffs. So let's go through Arthur first of all. So Arthur, when Arthur himself deals reflect damage, he deals additional damage equal to 5% of max HP, and when an ally deals reflect damage, all allies have their attack increased by 10% and max HP increased by 10%, stacking up to 50 times. So what we want to check out is that buff in particular and how the reflect damage interacts with it. So first things first, we do have the seasonal synergy here, but I don't think that affects the PvE stuff that's non-seasonal, so it won't affect won't affect Lost City content, which is where we're at the moment. Now let's have a look here. We have our 5 Dooms here. Each time an enemy unit takes action, they take damage equal to the allied team's reflect rate, allied team's attack times 12, times 12%, sorry. Each time an ally takes damage, there is a 50% chance to restore own HP equal to 30% of the damage taken. This is the bit that confuses everybody. So, when a Doomsday synergy mate is attacked, it has a 100% chance to reflect 100% of the damage received. The reflect damage won't exceed 100% of the max HP of our allies. So, what that means is that this is an instance of reflect damage, this is an instance of reflect damage, and also the actual reflect damage itself from the team. So that's 3 different instances of reflect damage. Now, which ones activate Arthur? We'll find out now. So let's jump in and let's just see. It's a shame I can't pause these fights. I wish I could, but I can't. So we get our Doom synergy up, absolutely fine. Arthur gets a shield. We get instances of Holy Shield. Now, as you can see, no reflect damage was done then. And that's because a Holy Shield was hit, so no damage can be done. More reflect damage was done here, and more reflect damage was done here. But we don't get an increase in attack. Now, we do get the increase in attack there, the physical defense. That is from Helios. Now, Arthur will attack here. And then hopefully we'll see. So they're taking out these frontline units. That's absolutely fine. And as you can see, no reflect damage done to Themis there. Even though she did a big swing, because we had Holy Shield protection, no damage was done. So we'll just have to see. So no damage is done here because they're hitting the dragons instead. Now this, I think, is where, yeah, so we get our max HP increase. So we did reflect damage there to the enemies, and we get our increase in HP, and we get our increase in... Yeah, okay, so we did 2 instances of reflect damage there, we did 1 instance of reflect damage there, and we did 1 instance of reflect damage there. But we didn't get... Ah, shame. Right, okay. So, let's build a different team, one that is more likely to survive. These units just absolutely garbage. Even with Sylvan's buffs, she just dies so easily. Right, okay, so we want to... We'll put these units in. Now, it's going to be quite difficult to discern with these units in, but at least we'll survive through to the end. We want to see how often Arthur's passive triggers. And by that, we want to see how often our attack and our HP go up. So there we dealt reflect damage. And we... Yeah, so we did 3 instances of reflect damage. Yeah, so we're doing 3 instances of reflect damage here. Why am I dying so quickly? It's so weird. Ah, right. Screw this level. Screw this level. We will... This one will be fine. Right, okay, so... We want to see how often we get both attack and HP increase at the same time. So we did there. We did there. So there is 3 instances of reflect damage there. So let's slow it down. So we're at ×1 speed here. So we get 2 instances of reflect damage before Emily attacks, and then we get an instance of reflect damage for each other one. So we get a big attack here. Gosh, so slow. I have literally beat the stage 100 times for this team. I think it's because of this Demon Blade Whip. I think this is the only truly good. Right, so we're at ×1 speed. There we go. So we got 2 instances there, and then 3 instances, and that's because Doris is on the team as well. So 2 instances and 4 instances technically of enemies taking damage. So that's 2 before they attack and 2 after they attack as well.
Draw your sword. Embrace
And that's
the
5.
frost.
So there's 1 there, and then there's 1 for each enemy as well. Now hold on. Okay, so that's HP and attack as well. This would be a good test.
Sworn to defend honor and peace.
Draw your sword.
Oh, maybe he's dead. Yeah, he is.
We're on
Right,
the
okay.
path to victory.
Right, let's try this again. And let's have a look at the stats on this. Okay, so these are the ones from Arthur. No, maybe not.
Sworn to defend honor and peace.
That jumped up very quickly.
Draw your sword.
I think it's these ones here. Max HP boost and attack boost.
Embrace the frost.
So we're up to 12 at the moment. So we hit twice. We went up by 4. Right, okay. So yeah, it does. It goes up by 2 every time you're attacked. So you get those 2 stacks there from Arthur. So effectively, 2 out of the 3 instances of reflect damage will... 2 out of the 3 instances of reflect damage will trigger Arthur's passive. It doesn't trigger from the relic, it looks like. Let's go ahead, skip this, absolutely fine, whatever. Right, okay, so what I mean by that is...
Ready to feel the weight of my sword?
So, what I mean by this is... each time an enemy unit takes action, they take damage equal to the allied team's reflect rate, allied team's attack times 12, each ally unit, blah blah blah. Now it's this one here. When a Doomsdayer synergy mate is attacked, it has a 100% chance to reflect 100% of the damage received. The reflect won't exceed 100% of the max HP. I think it's this relic trigger here. So effectively, we reflect damage back 3 times. On the first one, it is just the heroes and the synergy itself. So each time an enemy unit takes action, they take damage equal to the allied team's reflect rate. I think, actually, it is this one. I think it's this one. I think your team, the way that Arthur's passive works, I think your team need to take damage in order to boost the attack and HP. And we can prove this as well by having Holy Shield stats. So, we'll have a look at Arthur. Just focus on Arthur at the moment. So we get 1 there. Okay, so it's 1 stack.
Sworn to defend honor and peace.
Draw your sword.
Okay, that's where the confusion comes in. So, it's multiple instances of reflect damage done, but if we have a look here, we're only up to 12 at the moment. And with that, we were hit twice, and it's got up to 16. So it's definitely, every hit will increase it by 2 stacks. The first is for the actual damage dealt from reflect damage. The second is from the rune skill. Not the rune skill, the relic activation. It is the... Hold on. Right, let's go ahead and skip this.
One clean strike. Lucky me.
Yeah, so from what I can discern, this will trigger it's reflect damage. It states specifically, it says damage. Now, with Doris, it won't trigger, I don't believe. So when Doris deals the reflect damage... Oh, it might do, actually, because it's damage itself.
Knights, charge with me!
Right, hold on, one sec.
Ready to feel the weight of
Yeah,
my
each time an
sword?
enemy unit takes action, they take damage equal to. So, I think it triggers off this, and I think it triggers
Ready to
off
feel
the
weight
relic
of
damage
my
as well.
sword?
100% chance to reflect 100% of the damage received. So I think it does trigger off these two. What I don't think it
Ready to
triggers
feel the
off
weight of my
is
sword?
Doris's passive here. So Doris's passive, in case you don't know,
The waves are coming. That's
you've
the
been
ocean's
under a
way.
rock for the past 10 years. Here, when Doris is deployed, the reflect damage of Doomsday is increased by 75%, and there's a 66% chance of dealing additional reflect damage when an enemy takes action. That's when an enemy takes action, so I don't think it will trigger from this. I think it only triggers from the two, so I think it only triggers from the actual reflect rate itself.
Ready to feel the weight of my
So the actual
sword?
Doomsday's synergy, I think it triggers from this bit here, and I think it triggers from this relic damage here as well. Those
Tonight's glory
two
won't fade.
will, I suspect, be the only two that it triggers from. Let's just see this one more time. One more time. I just want to see. It's weird. Sometimes it triggers and sometimes it doesn't. It's so strange.
Sworn to defend honor and peace.
Draw your sword.
We'll test it off this Sal here. Well, we got
Embrace
3
the
stats then.
frost.
Yeah, because now we're only up to 15. And with that, put us up to 18. So it is 3.
In the name of the Oceanic Order.
Let's see Sal's secondary attack here. Oh, never mind, he died. Okay.
We're on the path to victory. Frost has arrived.
Okay, so it didn't trigger from Doris. Not that I'm aware. If I'm wrong, please let me know. So, I'm gonna keep trying until I get it. I will. I think it's when I hit when multiple allies get hit. That's the problem. Okay, so it only triggered 4 times there.
Embrace the
It triggered
frost.
4 times there, I believe. So that's 2. Yeah, so only triggered 4 times there as well. So let's have a look. Now we're up to 16 again, and I suspect because Arthur still had his holy shield on. This hits all 5. Right.
The ocean's finding its peace again.
Okay. I think I'm still just as confused. So, yeah, I think it will trigger once per ally per hit. I think that's how it works. What time is it? I think I've got time. Not palace, I want arena. Let's go to Foggy and let's have a go. Hold on. Can't believe I beat him. Right, so I think I've been using yeah, I think I've been using him, Arthur, in these matchups. So let's just have a look here. So we're on ×1 speed. And let's just have a look. Because I know Dahlia won't increase attack and HP. So let's see. One, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Egypt's undying light. Embrace the frost.
And 2 enemies here. That was only 1. What are you up to now? 24. Speed it up a little bit. There we go. So it's 3.
Egypt's undying light.
Shame. Yeah, okay.
One clean strike. Lucky me.
So we got up to 47 stacks there.
I am the eternal defender of justice.
Let's have a look at this one. So it does look like just one per hit. Watch Arthur. Watch him.
Sworn to defend honor and peace.
Watch him do basically 0 damage here. Well, actually, it's alright. It's okay. Right. That was 5. So Eudora hits 5 times. And then dies. There. Speed things up. Of course, hindrance. Whatever. Right, okay, so to me it looks like whenever you do active damage, all allies will get a buff. And when you take, so when you deal active reflect damage, and that's 2, there's 2 active reflect damages, because Doris's do an additional as well. So there's the reflect damage, there's the synergy reflect damage, and then there's the relic reflect damage. 2 out of those 3 seem to do it, but also you got to take into consideration how many units have been hit by a super attack, and also how many times that has procced that turn. So I think it's a maximum of 10. Let me just...
Ready to feel the weight of my sword?
Let me just check. I think it's a maximum of 10. Stacking up to 50 times. Oh, there's no limit to it. So you can technically get up to 50 stacks in a single round. It's possible. So I think it's when... I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I would really appreciate some help on this and some clarification. Because from what I saw, it looked like every time a unit was hit, you got a stack. Every time... So that's just 1 stack per hit. If there's 2 units been hit, you get 2 stacks. If all 5 units get hit, or if there's multi-instance damage, like with Eudora, then it'll proc for each time a unit is hit, even if it's the same unit. So if the same unit is hit 5 times, it'll still proc 5 times, and it'll proc per hit. So like we saw in that last video, Eudora did 1 hit on Arthur. She took the reflect damage for it and then died. So I think that how it works is it will count each instance as the unit is being hit, if that makes sense. Let me know what you think down below. I have had enough. I'm going to go to bed. So I wish you good night. And if there is anything that I've missed, please do let me know down below. Be really appreciated. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Subscribe if you've not already. And then, yeah, have a good night.